Up until very recently, it turns out that I have been a hater. I've been hating on people and on ideas or concepts that, on reflection, I really had no reason to hate, or no good reason anyway. And it amazes me that, given how intelligent I thought I was, even a couple of months ago I was still hating on people and ideas that there was absolutely no reason to hate on. And so what I'm going to share with you in this video is my admission, my public admission, that I was hating on certain people and ideas, an explanation to you of what I think has happened to cause me to leave the hate behind, and then also some information that you might find interesting if you're at all interested in some of the topics that I've been talking about lately, such as the war hoax or the history hoax. Now, before I go further, let me play you a video that got me thinking about these things. I was watching this earlier tonight. This is Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan show recently, which of course made a lot of news because, Elon Musk smoked a doob, big deal. This conversation that they had, this 25 minutes talking about artificial intelligence, seems to me to be far more worthy of attention than anybody smoking weed. What is this? Fucking high school? No, this is interesting. Check this out.
It's kind of like, how much smarter are you with a phone or computer than without? You're vastly smarter, actually. You can answer any question. If you connect to the internet, you can answer any question pretty much instantly, any calculation. Your phone's memory is essentially perfect. You can remember flawlessly. Your phone can remember videos, pictures, and everything perfectly.
Now, obviously, a lot of people will argue with what he just said. So Elon Musk just said, we're smarter with smartphones. Okay, we can remember things better, we can record things. So some people who think themselves wise by arguing about semantics or definitions rather than looking at the underlying concept, those people would say, oh, that's not smarter, that just means you've got more technology. But that's not what this guy is saying. He's just using the word smarter, but you could use any word that you understand, that is intelligible, to say the point that he's trying to speak here. And what he's saying is clearly true. The fact that you are hearing my words right now, wherever you are in the world, whether you're on a train on the way to work, or you're sitting there at a cafe as your little kids play doing something, or you're just laying around in the house with nothing to do before bed, whatever you're doing, you're hearing my voice, and that's possible because I'm recording with a computer, and you're watching it on some kind of viewing device. I'm watching this guy on my viewing device with technology, not just smartphones, but all kind of technology. We're capable of doing things that as regular humans, we simply wouldn't be capable of doing. And not only that, the things that we call AI, or things that some people associate with like a pre-AI development, such as instant search. If I started typing something in here, look what comes up. Artificial intelligence, V2 rocket, von Braun, World War I footage, Peter Allen, I go to Rio. There's a reason I was looking that up, trust me. Dirty South remix, there's a reason I was looking that up as well. That's music from when I was younger. So you can see all these things here. This is the computer saying, JLB, I think I know what you want to look up, right? Now, some people don't like the auto search function or whatever, especially in the ACT realm, the alternative conspiracy truth realm. A lot of people don't like it. They see it as being invasive or whatever. And that sort of leads to where I was going with this whole idea of hatred. When we have insecurities, or when we have deep-seated concerns in our psyche about our own future or our relative standing in the world, we tend to project that onto other people or onto ideas. And I think that's what I was doing with people like Joe Rogan. I used to hate on Joe Rogan. I really did, up until very recently. And it's only just occurred to me, even though I still don't listen to his podcast, I just don't hate him anymore. I've got no hatred for the guy, especially when he's doing interviews with this dude, and I get to spend, 25 minutes? I get to spend 25 minutes listening to these two have a conversation that causes my internal dialogue to have something to consider. So while I'm sitting here listening to them, or while I'm doing my stuff listening to these guys, my brain is given something to basically to chew on, basically to think about, to consider, and it's a good experience for me, and I enjoy it. And Joe Rogan doesn't owe me anything, right? This is a 25-minute clip that I get to see for free. Now, of course, he makes money doing this. I'm sure he has sponsors or advertisers, or there's some way that he is remunerated for what he's doing, but it has nothing to do with me. I'm getting to access all of this completely for free. And so why would I hate on the guy? And I think the truth is I hated on Joe Rogan going back years because of his whole, the moon landings didn't happen. Oh, suddenly they did. And I allowed that one thing, that one mistake that I see, or that one sort of lie that he's helping to propagate, I allowed that to cause me to hate on him, right? To dislike everything else he does, just because of that one thing. How juvenile is that? Now, again, I don't listen to his podcast. I'm not going to start listening to his podcast, but if I see a clip like this come up, I'll watch it, and chances are I'll enjoy it. And I wonder, what is it about me that now I can sit here and listen to him? Where is he? Let's get him on the screen, since I'm talking about Joe Rogan. Where is he? There he is. What is it? Why? How come? What is it about me that I can now listen to this guy and feel no hatred for him whatsoever? Why is that? What has changed about me? Well, I've got some theories, but we don't have time to go into it now. Suffice to say that I think as we let go of our fears about the world and about the direction the world is headed in, and about our own future as people, or potentially even as souls or spirits, as we let go of our fears, we have less reason to project negative energies onto other ideas or people in our world, in our reality. Because the fact of the matter is, I don't know this guy, I don't know that guy, and I don't know most of you. And most of you have no idea who the hell I am. We don't actually know each other. All we have is projections in our mind. And so we project energies onto other things. And so I had been projecting a negative energy onto him, and I had justified it. And a negative energy in my world doesn't affect him. In my world, I was projecting a negative energy onto him, and I was justifying it because, he flipped on the whole moon landing thing. As if he owes me the truth about the moon landings, right? He doesn't owe me anything. But I allowed that one thing to project negative energies onto him. That didn't hurt him at all. It only hurt me. And that's the point. The negative energies that we have, that we project onto other things, ultimately only hurt us, or they only harm us, or they only do us a disservice. It doesn't help. It doesn't hurt the people that we project it onto, does it? The thing is, it's not just people who we can project negative energies onto. It's also ideas and concepts. And so I want to play for you a quick clip from a clip that I've just seen. Up until tonight, I'd never heard of Jürgen Schmidhuber. Never heard of him. Don't know who the guy is. I'm not going to play the whole clip. I'm just going to play for you a few seconds that this guy was saying about artificial intelligence that really got me thinking.
That's because it's so important. We can also use LSTM to train robots. One important thing I want to say is that we not only have systems that slavishly imitate what humans show them. No, we also have AIs that set themselves their own goals. And like little babies, invent their own experiment to explore the world and to figure out what you can do in the world without a teacher, and becoming more and more general problem solvers in the process by learning new skills on top of old skills. And this is going to scale.
Okay, so what this guy just said is that artificial intelligence, or devices that we might call artificially intelligent, are going to get to the stage where they don't have to be told to go and solve a problem. They will look for problems to solve. They will develop skill sets just as a matter of routine, the way that we imagine that babies do, that human babies do. And of course, human babies do this when they're trying to learn to crawl, or to walk, or to lift things. If you study a little human, you can see it in the moment trying to figure out what it's doing and learning. And so it's always pushing its boundaries, or at least if it's a healthy, well-raised child, that's what it's doing. It's trying to push the boundaries to see what it can do in this world. However, most human adults that I've observed do not do this. Most human adults that I've observed do not push their own boundaries at all. They will occasionally sign up for a new 6-month gym membership, or they will occasionally buy a new book and tell themselves, I'm going to buy this book. But in terms of genuinely pushing their own boundaries, testing to see what they can do in this world around them, No, most human adults do not do that. If this video that I'm making right now is seen by 300 people, my guess would be that 270 to 290 of them, the vast majority of them, haven't really pushed their own boundaries in years, okay? Not really pushed their own boundaries, not seen what they can do in this world. And I think one of the reasons is because they've become convinced that what they're doing now is all they can do. And one of the reasons for that is the inherent fear that the ACT realm puts into people, or people who arrive in the ACT realm already have this fear, and so they're looking for an excuse. I can't push my boundaries because they're going to censor me. I can't push the boundaries because there are page shills trying to spread disinfo. I can't push my boundaries because the world is run by evil people who are going to stop me if I do anything good, right? All just excuses and ultimately projections of their own negative energies, their own fear about who they are and what they're doing with their life. They project that onto artificial intelligence. They project that onto people who are successful in this scene. It's all projections of their own negative energies. But it's not just people in the ACT realm who do this. Check this out. Look at some of the comments that have been left on this video that, again, I've only just seen this evening. Why am I getting a Bond villain vibe from this man? This is a mad scientist if ever I've seen one. This guy effectively says, I welcome our robot overlords. What difference does it make if we're not going to survive it? Get the pitchforks, this guy is helping to end human life on this planet. The fact that this guy is okay with AI being our future rather than humans scares me. Go through the comments and you'll see so much stuff like this. But if you watch the 15 or 16 minute clip, what this guy is talking about is the logical progression of the very technology that you are using to listen to this or to watch this video right now. That's all he's doing, is talking about the logical progression of what is already happening. And so you see what's really manifesting here is these people's own fear of their own future. And why are they afraid? My theory is that a lot of people are afraid of the future because they know that they're doing nothing with their lives. And they know that they're wasting something very precious. I wish I could sit here and talk more about this, but this was meant to be a short video. So let me share something with you. Just recently on johnlebon.com, I've gone and fixed up a couple of pages to make it easier for you to navigate. And if you go to the History Hoax or the War Hoax page, you'll see that I've got all the videos lined up and ready to go. These are all free videos now. So if you're new to the website, you'll see that there's this History Hoax page. And there's several YouTube videos that are all available for free. Some of them are from a long time ago. So if you're new to the site, you might not know that this History Hoax thing isn't some new thing. I've been working on this for quite a while, and you might enjoy some of the videos that are there. I've also got articles as well. They're available for free. And there might even be a couple of podcasts as well. Same thing with the War Hoax, which some people seem to think that I've only just started talking about. But in fact, I've been talking about this for a couple of years now. So I've got a whole ton of videos there for you to check out. Some of them are serious, some of them are just joking around, some of them are a mixture. It's not always clear when I'm joking or when I'm being serious. That should be part of the fun of watching the video, is trying to work that out for yourself. So I'll put the links to these pages in the info box below. There's podcasts, there's articles. The vast majority of this is available for free as well, but some of it is only available to the full members. I'll put those links in the info box below. One of the things that made me want to make this video is the fact that I look at this website of mine and I never took any classes in IT or in web design or in graphic design or in anything like this. And over the last 4 years, I've had to learn all of these skills to try and build up this website. And I think to myself, I have been pushing my own boundaries. I thought that if I tried to do a website like this, eventually someone would come and stop me. But they never did. I thought that if you try and speak the truth about certain topics, people will come and shut you down. But they never did. I thought that you just couldn't do what it turns out that I've done. And so I never predicted that I would build a website to be what it is today. And I guess what I'm talking about here is this idea that I have been experimenting with what I can do in this world. And it turns out I can do whatever the hell I want. And I predict that you can do whatever the hell you want as well, including sitting around with people who want to project their negative energies onto everything around them. including people like myself. So if you are one of those people who is still projecting hatred onto me for one reason or another, you have to understand that it doesn't hurt me any more than my projection of hatred onto Joe Rogan hurt him. Zero. But it did hurt me. And when we are projecting negative vibes out there, we are the ones who suffer. And so now, whether I like Rogan or not, I'm better off not hating the guy. Good luck to him. I don't think he really believes that man went to the moon, but he's doing his thing. He's got all the money and fame and success and social status that he wants, and good luck to him, because really, that's what most people are dedicating their lives to, so why judge him for being one of the successful ones, is the way that I see it. And same with Elon Musk. I suspect he might just be a frontman for Tesla. I'm very suspicious that these people like Musk and Zuckerberg don't really run their companies. They're just frontmen. But I don't know. That's just my inference based on what I've seen. But regardless of whether he's a real businessman or he's just a frontman, either way, good luck to him. What do I care? What do I care if these people are successful or not? I don't know them. They don't know me. I don't hate on these guys anymore. And I don't hate on artificial intelligence, because if artificial intelligence really will get to the stage where it wants to test the boundaries of its own reality, then I say I welcome it, because that's what I've been doing, and that's what I wish more people would do. But most of the so-called humans are non-player characters. They're not pushing their own boundaries. They gave up a long time ago. So if artificial intelligence is going to come along, push its own boundaries and try and grow and develop the way that I have over the last 4 years, then artificial intelligence, please, hurry up, come along. We need more people who are pushing their boundaries, experimenting with what can be done and what can't be done, and less people projecting their own negative energies onto the world around them. Like I said, check the links in the info box below, but that'll do it for today. So on the 24th of September 2018, John LeBon signing off, trying to hate less. And until next time, you guys, take care of yourselves.